Hey everyone, welcome back to SkillCurve. Here at SkillCurve, we post daily videos on new cutting-edge technologies. Today, we're going to be creating these three amazing games that all of you must have played once in your lifetime. And that too without zero coding skills. Yes, you don't need to learn programming to actually create these games. We'll be using AI, that is Chatgpt, to create all three of these games from scratch. Isn't this amazing? I know it is. If you want to create your very own game without having to learn coding, you're in the right place. Let's dive right in. The first game we'll be creating will be the classic snake game. It would be something like this, so without wasting much time, let's move to ChatGPT and start building our very first game using AI. I'll be building up a conversation with ChatGPT. I would say, "Hey GPT, I have an idea for a game." And it would be like, "Great, I'm here to help." Now, we'll start the actual work. I'll be saying, "I want to create a snake game using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript," and hit enter. Just like that, within a few seconds, the whole code for the game will be there. Although we might need to customize this code, so let's go and copy and paste this code to our Visual Studio Code. I'll be creating a new file named snake.html and paste in the HTML code. I will do the same for the style.css and the script.js files. Once I'm done pasting in the code, I'll start the live server and check out the results. Although it has created a canvas for us and the score is visible, but there is no snake, none food, and it is a very plain looking output right now. So let's go back to ChatGPT, and here I'll say, "There is no snake on the board, no food. Make sure the snake and the food is visible on the screen. Also make sure that they are a bit thinner and the walls are a bit thick. Also add a blackish gray color to the walls." And let's hit enter. It started generating the code for me, and just like that, I will again copy and paste this code. Once I'm done, let's go and check out the results. It's like the size of the snake and the food is perfect. The snake is growing with each piece of food it eats, but there is still a problem. Notice when the snake hits the wall, the game restarts right away. There is no game over notification and none restart option. Let's go back to GPT and resolve that. This time, I'll ask the GPT to add a notification each time the snake hits the wall. Align the board in the center and add a grayish background to the board. Let's go and hit enter. The code is already here. I'm just going to copy and paste this. Now let's go and check out the results. The board is aligned in the center. There is the grayish background as well. And now let's see if the game over functionality works or not. So let's lose the game and check it. And there you have it. The game over is working with the OK button as the restart trigger. I actually like these results, and that was the snake game built using AI within a couple of minutes. No coding skills required. Now let's move to the next game. The second game we'll create would be something like this. We'll create this pong game using ChatGPT. Let's go and do that. So here I'll be saying something like, "Can you suggest me how to create the pong game using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript?" And it already started generating the code for me, which is great. Once it's done generating, we'll head to our VS Code and create a new file named pong.html. Let's paste in the code, and I'll do the same for the styles.css and the script.js. Once done pasting in the code, let's go and check out the results. Oh my goodness, this needs a lot of fine-tuning. Not acceptable at all. Let's go back to ChatGPT and actually customize this. I'll say the ball is styled poorly, change that. Make the pedals movable. Make the left pedal move using the keyboard while the right pedal moves automatically. Let's go and hit enter. It starts generating the code. Once it's done doing that, let's go and copy paste it into our VS Code and check out the results. The pedals are working fine, but look at the right pedal going out of the canvas, which is not acceptable. Let's go back to GPT. I'll say the right pedal is going out of the board. Fix that. Also add the game over functionality and some details. Go and hit enter. The code is being generated. Let's go and copy paste. This time the right pedal situation is resolved, but now the ball won't move. So back at ChatGPT, I'll be saying the ball won't move in the start. The code is here within a second, but as I don't know how to code and where to place this chunk of code at, I will ask it to generate the whole code for me. And just like that, it already started generating the code. Once it's done doing that, let's go and copy paste it into our VS Code files. And now let's go and check out the results. Finally, the left and right pedals are working as expected. The ball is on the move And there is the game over notification as well, which is just great. So that was the Pong game for you. You can actually customize it further and make it look nicer. But to keep this video simple and short, I won't be doing that. Now let's move to our next game on the list. This is our Flappy Bird game, which we will create in the next few minutes using AI. This time, we're actually going a bit harder. We'll be adding a custom background, a bird image, and the pipes image. So let's go and start building it. First off, I'll be saying, could you build the popular game Flappy Birds using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and hit enter. It will start generating the code for the game. Notice that this time the code isn't separate for the styling and the JavaScript logic, but a single HTML code. It's done. Let's go to our VS Code and create a file named bird.html and paste in the code. Let's save that and check out the results. And look at that. It actually did a fine job at building this game. But there are still a few things that needs more customization. Let's go and do that. I'll say make the canvas a bit bigger and also align it in the center. I also want to change the game over notification from the alert to an actual notification. So I'll do that. And let's go. The code is being generated. Let's go and paste in the code and check the results. The canvas alignment is perfect and I like the game over notification. But notice that once the game is over, the canvas won't stop moving, but actually keeps moving, which we need to change, and also the color side of the canvas to be a bit different. So let's go and do that. Repeat the same copy-paste process, and here we are again. The background and the canvas color is a bit different, but still not noticeable. But this time, the game over notification is working perfectly fine, and the game actually stops. Now let's move to the advanced part. We'll be adding images to make it more visually appealing. So I'll provide the URLs for the background image, the bird, and the pipes. Let's hit enter. The code is here. Let's go and paste it into our VS Code and check out the results. And there you go. The images are perfectly added and the game is working completely as expected. So that was the Flappy Bird game we created within just a few minutes using AI. And that's a wrap, folks. We just went on and built our very own 3 amazing games without having to code a single line. And that too within just a couple of minutes. AI is way too powerful. It is indeed the future and we must learn how to interact with it. If you found this insightful, hit that like button and let me know if you played any of these games in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to SkillCube for more content on cutting edge technologies. Ring that notification bell to never miss out on our daily updates. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video where we continue to curb your skills with the latest. Stay curious and keep exploring.